Yeah, the alphabet's got 2 cases, but I feel like it's missing a third. Let's fix that. A. I look at these two as classic as bread and butter. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm going to start by making it taller to assert dominance over the other 2 A's. I'm also going to give it a round top. That's the thing with the other 2 A's. One's round and the other's pointy. What about if I give it a straight line in the middle too? Boom, we've got some 90-degree angles. This highest case A is giving us the best of both worlds. It's smooth and pointed. B is where my monkey brains say uppercase has 2 circles. Since this is the 3rd letter case, let's just add a 3rd circle. That's our highest case B. Hey, I didn't say this channel is based on the most profound letter creation techniques. I'm just here to break the rules, or create new ones, I suppose. C, okay, C. Oh, I know, let's make it slightly bigger and add 2 flat lines. You probably think that's pretty dull, huh? Yeah, that's because I didn't tell you those 2 lines are actually portals. Jump into the bottom one and you're soft locked at a perpetual portal fall. Just the kind of antics I expect from highest case letters, truthfully. D. This is what I came up with for D. Stop laughing. Yeah, I just flipped the uppercase D backwards. I know, it looks kind of weird, like something gross you don't really want to think about. I'm sorry. Okay, for E, they were already pretty extreme with their first upgrade of the letter. I mean, look at that. They don't even look remotely close. They're more like 3rd cousins. Anyway, I'm thinking let's make it taller and also reintroduce the loop. Why did they even take that out in the first place? This version looks a lot more fun, more like a roller coaster, I'd say, because that's definitely the point of an alphabet. F. What starts with F? Force, funny, flail. Okay, flail. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's add another arm and also bend them a bit, so now it looks like the letter acts like words it can be used to make. Just a funny big F flailing about. G. Okay, whoever made this set of letters was definitely on some sort of hallucinogen. Yeah, let's stick with that vibe. Just add a bunch of squiggles around here. Now, to be fair, there is method to this typography madness. But you ever notice how G kind of sounds like a J sound? J, G, J, G, J. Yeah, not really. But if you pretend it does, you've now got a cool lowercase j in there if you look very closely. See there right in the middle? So now you can write this new version of the letter G and also have the phonetic sound of the J. Sometimes my genius is frightening. H. Okay, this is an interesting one. They kind of just gave the lowercase h another wall and called it a day. Which is exactly what I'm going to do. I practically turned it into a ladder, which, hold on, is intentional because that's what you need to reach the highest case. Consider your mind blown. I. What does I represent? Well, that's easy. Me. I as in I am making a stupid video about letters. I as in what am I doing with my life? What were we talking about again? Oh yeah, so I added an arm reaching out and waving because it's me waving my dreams goodbye. Let's move on. They really did the uppercase J dirty. Why did they get rid of that glorious dot? Hold on, we gotta make this right. There we go. Reincarnated with the inspiration of its former glory. I felt like adding back just the 1 dot wouldn't have been fulfilling enough, so I went ahead and added 3. Like I've got dots to spare in this economy. K. Okay, what the heck have I created? I don't even know where to start with this one. It's kind of like I threw the letter into a radioactive sludge and all the extra limbs are a result of that. I think we should change the spelling of circus to this, because that's definitely where this monstrosity belongs. L is for lazy, which is what the original creators of the English lexicon apparently were. They straight have just added another line. And you know me, I believe in taking inspiration from my language creators before me, which is why, yeah, you already know we're just adding another line. You must be so mad right now. So for M, I'm thinking meow. Let's give this fella some raised cat ears and call it a day. I actually kind of like this one. Quite wholesome, quite cute. And by the way, the cat face isn't actually part of this typography. I just imagine every time someone uses this new letter, they'd find it impossible to resist doing that. N. Okay, what if I did this and then this? Yeah, okay, this one sucks. Okay, I actually have a really good idea for this one. O kind of looks like something growing, don't you think? Kind of looks like a cell. Introducing cell division to the English language. The crossover the world doesn't actually need in any discernible way. Okay, so both versions of the letter P use that line on the left, but in different positions. What if we just put the line in the middle? Yeah, I'd use that in a sentence. Q. Oh, you guys are not ready for what I'm about to do to Q. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Yeah, well, let's see you do better. R is the penthouse of letters. Let's do this right. Okay, so basically I'm just going to improve on the uppercase letter a bit and voila. Look at that rooftop penthouse with a balcony. I mean, this is probably useless as a letter, but who says a guy can't dream a little bit? S. S stands for... Oh no, don't say it. Come on, you're better than that. Look at how lazy they were with the uppercase. They literally just made it bigger. I haven't seen anything this lazy since... well, me, because I'm going to do the exact same thing. Look at all those curves. Wow, I'm a modern day Da Vinci. To be fair, imagine sliding down this thing. Would make for a pretty awesome ride photo to get scammed $20 for. Okay, you can clearly see my creativity ran out about 10 letters ago, but this T, it's the best I could think of. U, we gotta do better. Let's actually put effort into this one. Okay, so I noticed that both of these letters are pretty round and neglect that typical angular upgrade that the previous uppercase letters seem to have. So for the highest case, let's make that base completely square. Total 90-degree angles up in here. Then I'm gonna copy that, shrink it, flip it upside down, and put it in the middle. Yeah, okay, now this is modern art. Highest case V, we're gonna turn it into a diamond, and that is because I said so. And speaking of these, everyone's favorite letter is the double V. No, wait, it's obviously double U. Honestly, I mean, who even came up with the name for that? It looks nothing like a U. So yeah, we made it into an actual W. Yeah, that's it. You're welcome. X. Let's think outside the box. In fact, nah, screw that. Let's think inside. X in a box. X is now in a box. I mean, think about it. How often do you actually use the letter X in a sentence anyway? Now, think about when you're filling out a questionnaire. What letter or shape would you use to fill in the blank white square there? Boom, we already did it for you. You can thank me later. Why? Why are we here? Why do we ask questions? Why is literally pronounced why, which is why I turned it into a question mark. And my rules dictate that you can go ahead and use this letter in place of the actual word why. Take that word out of the dictionary, won't be needing that anymore. And finally, Z. Clearly, when they got to the end of the original alphabet, they just couldn't be bothered at all and wanted to clock off at 5 PM no matter what, so they just made the letter slightly bigger. And since I also want to leave and go stuff my face at a Burger King, I'm going to do the exact same thing, except I'm also going to add some extra lines to it. So yeah,